All right, I thought we were done updating, but you know what? I'm gonna make the final adjustment before I sell this thing. I could not get the brakes on this for the life of me to work very well. I mean, I upgraded everything again. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I got brand new power stops. I got EBC yellow pads. Those suckers are expensive. They're $100 a pair. Got them in the rear as well. Replumbed everything, repiped everything, and I just had enough. So I got a Hydro Boost from a 2004. What I had to do to get this to fit, because there's not a lot of great videos on how to do this, and I should have done a better video job so it helps people out. It came with this funky back plate on the back of this. Let's see if I can get in here. I ordered this adapter plate, and maybe I can put a link in the video, but I ordered this adapter plate on the sorry, this is gonna get funky. On the back of this there is a nut that holds it on, and then a C-clip, and so you have to pull that off. I should have, you know, done that better video job so you can see that. And then I put it all in, and then the rod on the back of this that goes in is both too short and the hole is slightly too big. So what I did, I know this is going to be the tough part, but I cut off the original Hydro Booster for the Chevy. I cut the rod off here, and I cut the new rod off, and I welded it on to the old one. I know that's not going to be a lot of option for a lot of you, but there is, let me turn my lights off here so you can actually see. There is, it does come, the plate that I got did come with a kit. Let me see if I can find it here. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it when I'm shooting video. The plate that I got, the backing plate from the Hydro Boost system, came with, in fact, I can show you the old backing plate. I know where that is. Sorry, my shop's a mess. So here's the old backing plate that came on the Hydro Boost system. Now this obviously is not going to match up with the GM bolt pattern, or sorry, with the OBS bolt pattern. It is GM. It's ridiculous. It's, you can see here, you know, you've got a 4. These are like, what, 3.5 apart. These are slightly different, and obviously this one's offset. So this backing plate is on the Hydro Boost. It's got, you know, a nut on here and then a C-clamp around that to hold the nut in place. Pull all that off, pull this off. Bought the new plate for like $25 off I don't remember, I think it was Amazon. I'll link it in the description when I find it. Put that plate on, and then it fits really good. And then that plate came with, gosh, where are the, I'm not going to be able to probably find the bolts in time, but it came with a little slip pin that basically, it's like you could pull this pin out on the Hydro Boost, put this little slip pin in, and then there was an area you could thread on the right connection. I'm just going to be babbling here to explain that. I wish I had my video earlier. I didn't. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was thinking the Chevy was done and I'm going to sell it. But, so, let's get the lights back on here. So we're putting the Hydro Boost in, which is great. Got all the brake lines pulled out. I'm going to have to just rework everything. Obviously pulled the old power steering pump because it's not going to work. It didn't have the third return line, which comes off the Hydro Boost here and goes on the top. So it needed the 3 lines. So I got that. Where is it? It's right here. I got this off of Amazon. I can put that link down below. It is for a diesel. I believe it was in the 90s diesel OBS. And you can see here it does have the 3 lines. You have to pull this line here off of your old power steering pump over there. It's just, so here's my old one, and there's only, you know, 2 lines, just that one and then this one, and then you just unbolt that, plop it on this one. And so we're all ready to set up to swap this over to here. Obviously I have the nice brackets here. but you're gonna have to have a pulley puller, which I do because, you know, I had to have it for everything else I've been doing. And then yeah, we're gonna swap it out, put it in, hook up the lines, and let you know how it works. I'm gonna be excited to have brakes again. And then of course I went ahead and, see if you can see it here, I pulled the vacuum line off the back of the manifold here, and then I just plugged it off because you're not going to need it, because obviously we don't need vacuum anymore. Yay! No more vacuum issues. You know, if I probably didn't put a TruckNorris cam in here, I probably wouldn't have issues, but that's the update. I'll splice this into the video when it's all said and done, and I'll let you know how it works. Before this, the brakes absolutely sucked, and I just could not sell the vehicle like that. It's not safe, and I just didn't want it. So all right, I'll up this video in a bit. All right, this is going to be the final video. I thought the other video was going to be final, but you know what, the brakes on this were just terrible. Ever since we did the LS swap, the brakes are just absolute garbage. Not really safe, didn't like driving it. To be honest, I've tried literally everything, and I finally found the solution. So this video hopefully is helpful for somebody that does an LS swap in any kind of OBS Chevy, especially when you have the TruckNorris cam, which is what I put in this one. Obviously it's going to be lopier, it's going to have less vacuum, and since we do the LS, it's just got less vacuum than the 5.7 did altogether. So originally it had the, you know what, like 12 inch brake booster single. I tried doing a double baffle brake booster, didn't really help much. I went ahead and replaced the calipers with new power stops. I did stock calipers as well. I tried everything. I upgraded to what are these? The EBK yellow brakes all around, and of course I did the EBKs in the back as well, as you can see here. And of course we have the disc all around. I switched back to the slotted and cross drilled rotors. I have stock rotors. I mean, I tried absolutely everything. I drained every fluid. I changed all the lines. I changed the proportioning valves, did almost everything. And so the final solution was to do the Hydro Boost. The Hydro Boost fixed everything. I got a new power steering pump, entire unit for the Hydro Boost, so that I could have the extra return line, because obviously the stock only has 2 lines. This one has three ports. So that's what you needed to do. The Hydro Boost fixed everything. I can stop on a dime now. This is no problem at all. So with those new brakes, with the Hydro Boost, I mean, I can skid the tires, no problem. I could slam on the brakes before and it did nothing. Like, it was hard to stop. So that is the fix, Hydro Boost, adding it on. I got this Hydro Boost unit out of a 2004 Chevy. It was $90. I had to get a new backing plate. It's going to be hard to see here. I'll put a link in the description below, hopefully. It has a different size backing plate, and then what I did from there was I measured my rod length on the inside to the brake pedal on my stock unit, and I compared it to this, and I actually cut the connecting rod to the brake pedal inside and welded it on to this one. Don't know if that's right or wrong. That's just how I did it. That's going to be a little bit complicated for somebody, especially if you don't have a welder and whatnot. I'm sure there's a workaround for that, but I'm just saying what I did specifically. I took my stock line here, return line, I just bent it out and I used that. And when I got this unit also, it came with an import line that came down. It's pretty simple to hook all of this up. I thought it was going to be complicated. This also came with the return, I guess it's the overflow line or the return line, whatever it is, and it was clipped off down here, and I just joined it together. But simple fixes. That fixed everything. This thing stops on a dime. We're good to go. Sorry, it's a little windy out here, but that's the final update. She's polished up, she's ready to go. It's fixed as far as I'm gonna take it, and on to the next person. Last thing that this thing could probably use is maybe a paint job. Obviously it's not terrible, but when you start paying, you know, 16K plus for a vehicle, maybe you want good paint. But that's where we're at. It's ready to sell. Just wanted to give that last update on the brake fix. That did everything. So if you have an OBS and you're doing a 5.3 swap, or maybe even a 6-liter, I don't know. I don't know what the vacuum is on those, but I couldn't stop worth a darn, especially because this is lifted. You need to do the Hydro Boost upgrade. It'll make every bit of difference possible. Hope that helps somebody. We'll see you again soon. Later.